Good morning, ladies, gents and Pikachus. Hope you slept well. Just a little heads up on today's 2 Without Lies Islam Dies videos, where we will go through the Quran of the Muslims. But it's going to be really interesting today. The first video I had to reshoot. I stupidly did it with the microphone turned off. But nonetheless, it's really interesting, although the second one's better. What I'm going to say to you is this: get through that first one, don't miss a single minute of it. And the reason is because to understand the second one, which is amazing, which you'll love, to understand that you have to understand and see the first one. And the reason is we are going to go through the evidence for Mohammed being a Jesuit order Freemason, a 32nd degree Freemason, who then becomes a progenitor high priest of the Shriners. If this is all a lot of jargon to you, it will make sense by the second episode, trust me, and you need to know this if you're going to understand why this is a thing at all, and why Muslims are doing the things they're doing today, why they want to kill everybody else, why they split into Shia and Sunni and they're at war with each other, why they follow Muhammad, why there was a original Quran before Muhammad which got completely destroyed and burnt, there's no trace of, which is mentioned in this Quran. But most importantly, what I want you to think about, and we'll go through this in some detail today, is how similar the second Quran is, the current Quran, how similar that is in doctrine to classic Catholic doctrine led by the Jesuit order. So we know about the oneness, we've gone through oneness, we know about how oneness promotes satanic worship, which is an amalgamation of gods all stuck together with the eggs on top. With all the sort of resolution and the boundaries stripped away, so it's all just one blob. Everything that's divine, God, demon, everything is inside that blob, and that blob, according to Islam, is Allah. But what if it isn't? What if that's a name they gave to it, a new form, the same as with Set, Horus, Osiris, and Tiamat or Baal Hadad, all these previous gods of worship, now being called Allah? How did that happen? Why did that happen? And why is it important for us to know this? Because we are staring down the barrel at a one world religion, where all religions are stripped of their resolution, their limits and boundaries, their rules and their rituals and their God, and everybody is going to be shoehorned into this oneness. Now, people at the moment generally tend to think if there's going to be a world religion, it's going to be Allah, it's going to be Islam, because they claim it's the fastest growing religion, they claim they have the highest birth rate. It's just not the case. And even if it were the case, there's somebody underneath all this happening that is directing how things develop, and they don't want Islam to be the one world religion. They are using Islam to clear the way for the one world religion, the same as Catholicism is doing in the West. So you have East and West, both with a false religion, both pushing this evil doctrine of death and war. And it's a Hegelian dialectic, isn't it? So you've got one versus the other, two great pains, and you're going to go for the lesser pain. And the goal is to merge them both together into a new oneness, and that new oneness is going to be the one world religion. And as we know, or we don't know because we've never been able to prove it, but we think it's the Freemasons, who are a splinter group of the Jesuit order, the old style Catholics, you know, the underground kind of assassins of the Catholics, if you like, who are pushing this. And right enough, the UN's affected by it. We went through how they have a worship room at the United Nations headquarters with an altar in there to the oneness. So even though they've got a Quran in there, they've got a Bible in there, they've got Gospels in there, they've got the Tao Ching in there, they've got all kinds of religious texts in there, the altar is for the oneness, and they worship Satan. So that's what we're going to go through today. How did Catholicism effectively create Islam? Even though there was one previous to that, there's no record of that now. The old Quran's completely gone. Now we have Muhammad's Quran, and Muhammad was a 32nd degree Mason. That's what we're going to go through today. So in conclusion, like I said, make sure you don't miss out on the first one, 7:15 episode, that's coming out soon. And after you've watched it and had a little rest, get yourself a cup of tea, sit yourself down with some popcorn for that evening 4:15 episode. It's going to blow your tiny mind, I guarantee you. You don't want to miss it. So anyway, I'm going to bid you adieu, have a great day, God bless you all, and I'll see you lovely people in the next one. Bye now. I've already blown your mind, but it's too early for that, so get yourself some cornflakes and a cup of tea, and I'll see you later in Without Lies, Islam Dies. Until then, have a lovely morning, and I'll see you gorgeous, beautiful, amazingly intelligent people in the next one. Bye now. Bye 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 bye.